good? Okay.
What do you know? What do you know? What do you know?
The birds and the bees got wise to the light.
What do you know?
So they
How
took
intense is
to
it?
the trees.
What are your thoughts on?
Oh, good lord. Let's do it over here.
What are your thoughts on what you've seen so far, based the monetary system?
Monetary system, I mean, I already knew that. And it's actually ingrained in everybody who takes an economic class.
Right, but the extent to which it's
taught to you in the way that it works.
yeah. Do you still believe that, or you still think that?
I think it could have worked.
Yeah, if people weren't.
Like they said, it's become a huge Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
So,
Decide.
What do you
I wouldn't be able to. I can't use those big words.
But what was your impression? Have you ever seen any of the Zeitgeist movement?
I have.
Yeah.
I saw the first two, and it's definitely revolutionary. And
Good.
it answers a lot of problems, and definitely raises a lot of
questions
Yeah.
that we need to definitely answer.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Like, why can't it like happen right now?
Yeah.
Like, this is my second time watching this. Like, the first time I saw this yesterday, I was just kind of like, I don't know. But now seeing it for a second time, it just, why not? Like, it can happen.
Right.
I enjoyed the movie, and it's very eye-opening, for sure, absolutely. Go see it.
Good. Would you all like to discuss your reaction to the film, Jason?
Swank.
Swank? Yeah.
I'm biased. I've seen all of them, man. I'm already indoctrinated.
Epic.
Awesome.
Awesome. Good.
Yes.
Good. Put that on our poster.
Okay.
Would you all like to discuss your reaction to the film? Anybody?
Try him.
This guy?
Guy.
Now, this isn't going to go on like some FBI watch list or anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Your involvement here today implicates you in terrorism.
Bomb president assassination. Bomb president assassination. Bomb president.
Did you like it? Was it good?
I liked it. I had two problems with it. One, there talks about like it being like the best goods possible. Who decides that? The only other problem I had was stamping down circular cities, not taking into account what's
Geography.
underneath. I think the concepts of permaculture much better address the needs of the environment.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lady, gentlemen?
I feel like that they have good concepts. I've seen all three of them, but I miss the spiritual aspect of everything.
Yes.
There's a spiritual part there that needs to be included or at least factored in. I know a lot of people don't really believe in that kind of thing, but there is a giant key with that part. But there's more and more options, and everything's not in stone. So.
I think it actually touches upon the spiritual aspect and just speaking of the nature of things, period. You know, that is the derivative of spirituality, I think. I don't know. Yeah, the method of delivery was a lot softer than the other two. I think it was great.
Good.
I liked it a lot.
I really liked it. I mean, I was used to some of the concepts prior to it.
Right. Because you watched the first two. Or the first two.
Because of you, yeah. I did. I'm going into accounting, but mostly managerial accounting.
Okay.
But I was recently, within the past 6 months to a year, realized that actually I only want to do that for a while to understand. Because of that, I will admit.
Right.
Before I watched this film, I have been saying forever, we have a very finite amount of resources. And I think because of economics and taking that, you do realize that. And as of the past 6 months to a year, kind of started realizing that I kind of actually want to go into urban planning and building smart cities.
Oh, there you go.
Environmental sustainability. So that was kind of cool. So I'm definitely going to check out the Venus Project.
It makes it was more like a movie, really, this time. It was more of a documentary movie also. I thought if they can bring it all together and for people to understand in more or less, technical aspect, and that's good because that's what the information is going to become aware for. That's what people are going to be able to understand it.
The streets rose in two perfect waves in the night.
What do you know?
Crashes on my left and one on my right. It's all fire and brimstone, baby, so let's go outside.
What do you
It's all fire and brimstone, baby. I got my brand new pistol, baby.
What do you know?
Got a hot shot cat from a North Guinea.
What do you know?
Cause you ain't got a penny.
What do you know?
Dropping bombs from above, cut you all down to size.
What do you know?
Cause the hip to the bull and the hip to the rise. And the hip to the rise.
To that spectrum of mental health problems. And the greater the inequality, the worse they become. Life expectancy, longer in more equal countries. Drug abuse, less in more equal countries. Mental illness, less in more equal countries. Social capital, meaning the ability of people to trust each other. Naturally, greater in more equal countries.
Penny up with your eyes cause you ain't got a penny. Dropping bombs from above, cut you all down to size. Cause the hip to the bull and the hip to the rise. And the hip to the rise.
What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know?
Can I oh. Thanks. Don't tell my girlfriend. So does everybody think of the movie so far?
They made their point.
They made the point? they run it home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any of the original Zeitgeist films?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't cup your hand, man.
It's good stuff.
We can all see that we have stressed environments in the womb since we're all coming out for addiction right now.
Right.
So kudos to that.
Or stress environments in the culture after we came out of the womb, perhaps. Or both.
More than that, it's presuming societal changes.
Positive change.
Right.
Also, that rapidly with this sort of with the decline we're facing, it can't be fixed at a time where it's declining.
Definitely not in a time frame that we can understand.
You have to fix it when it's good.
Right.
Which people don't want to do because it's good, so you don't need to do anything about it.
Right. It's an incredible paradox, is what it is. And that's what I think the artistic integrity of the film itself is suggesting. It's not a resolute idea. I really don't think so. I think there's a lot of flimsy stuff about it, but it's worthy of ridicule and criticism. And that's what all art is, and that's what I think we're responsible for as human beings, is to criticize one another in everything that we can think of, You
can't take anything as it's given.
No, absolutely not.
So if you take it as it's given, you get that.
Right. And that's the task that we have in front of us, is do we accept the inevitability of collapse, or, do we try to do something, But yeah, I'm filming you. Thank you for, what is your name?
I'm Ian.
Ian, nice. And I would hope
does
that
a
you
very
all.
good job of enumerating the problems.
Yeah.
Doesn't do as good a job of
Resolving.
them.
I agree.
The technological fix, the idea that religion has no solution at all, so we can just throw it out the window.
Right.
And that science can
As
fix
miraculously.
everything.
Yeah.
Because
That's my exact criticism.
Utter twaddle.
And there's something to be said for the creative. Okay, first of all, the overmind. Well, you would say religion.
Yeah.
Some people say God, but he has a real camera there. Look at that thing.
Well, no, more like the spiritual viewpoint.
Yes.
Is a powerful way of the human mind understanding the world
Right.
itself.
Absolutely.
And science has its uses, but it has to be able to recognize its own limits.
Exactly.
That being the same limits that religion has. It's run by people.
Right.
And people are a bunch of fuckers.
Right.
Good night.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Months.
Yeah.
It would take monthly sessions to get together and talk about all the situations
Right.
and discuss them.
Absolutely.
And everybody discussing them.
Right.
And I mean, the end is about unemployment, and I think that's where we're going.
Right. That's the.
It's going to force the change.
Right.
The unemployment rate will get to the point that it will force the change.
Right. So it's inevitable. I think it's important.
I have to admit, the cartoon parts
Yeah.
created the draw or interest
Right.
that made you want to watch more.
Right.
If there wasn't those pieces, you wouldn't want to watch it because you'd be falling asleep from boredom.
Right. Nate, you said that there is an inherent problem in the uprising of youth versus the already established generation of older people. Do you have a solution? Do you have like any ideas about how we could bridge that gap? Because that is evident to me as well.
I make the argument that the advent of the internet and access to information, which is basically abundance completely in knowledge and information, mostly due to the internet. That allows people to educate themselves in many more ways than the people in the past could, and a lot faster too. So they shouldn't think that we are where they were in their time. We're going to be a little higher because we have more access to information for free. So it brings us up to a higher level than they might think.
Right.
But some of them may know that.
So like a sort of integration thing, yeah.
Just sort of make that argument and maybe make them think about that. But otherwise, I don't know if there's a solution for it directly.
Besides,
or producing media like this that is compelling. Maybe that'll turn around.
Nice.
The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Nature, nurture, heaven, it'll take a lot more than words and guns. Some are falling by the a whole lot more than riches and muscle. You conquer every mountain. The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Brave the forest, brave. It'll take a lot more than words and guns. Brave the icy winds, a whole lot more than riches and muscle. Brave them, beat them on high. The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Together we'll cross the river. And together we'll cross the river.